Enjoying the music.
I'm
Damian
enjoying the
David,
music. I'm enjoying the
Tyler,
music.
Nile
So
Rogers.
seriously.
Talk to Me is the song playing for you Sunday morning, 15 after the hour of 8 a.m. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Wellness, relationship, and something very important. You know what we do each and every single Tuesday. And of course, in collaboration and partnership with Solid Minds Counseling Clinic here in Kigali. You must appreciate the fact that they give us experts to come and help us with mental health, performance, wellness, anything to do with the mind, anything to do with joy, anything to do with love, anything to do with relationships. Sadly, by the way, it's the things. It keeps. Should I call it haunting?
Haunting you.
It just keeps
What is
bothering me.
that? What is that? That
The
haunts you?
divorce things, man.
Oh, bro. Hey.
Very
The
upset.
divorce is a very bad story. That is training. Hey.
But this morning, of course, like as we mentioned earlier on, the gentleman himself, Tobias Otieno Mondi, he's a clinical psychologist specializing in therapy, mental health, and sports psychology. And Otieno supports individuals and athletes through assessment, resilience building, emotional well-being, performance, and personal development. And it comes from Solid Minds Counseling Clinic here in Rwanda, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, Mr. Otieno this lovely morning. Otieno, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Etienne. How are you, big man?
Fine, thank you.
You doing well?
I'm doing well. I'm grateful for life.
Hey, looking nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice
Always.
attire, nice attire.
I like the
for sure.
t-shirt.
Thank you.
Oh.
I got it from Flex.
Oh.
I'm
Wow.
advertising them, man. But they
Flex,
have got
big up on your
merchandise.
souls, by the
Yeah,
way.
big up to those guys right away. They are really nice attires, man. I can see. Really
You
nice.
look good. You feel good.
Hey, the confidence goes
Confidence
up.
come up. Yeah.
Hey.
Let's begin from there.
Yeah.
Hey.
If you look good, if you feel good, life happens. You enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
Well, I just want your simple take before we delve into athleticism, sports, mindset, perfection. Okay, maybe perfection is part of it, but the disturbing story that keeps bothering me, Alfred, about the increment in divorces, overwhelming numbers. What is not happening?
Yeah. It's a very interesting situation. The numbers are going high. But that goes to show that there's a lot that needs to be done
In the society,
especially when it comes to couples. Even before you make that brave decision of coming together, I think there needs to be some mental training or psychological training to prepare the couples. I think when you do this prior to people getting the engagement or getting married, it will go a long way into reducing the numbers. Why? Because people will be now in a position to address their issues and not looking at divorce as the only solution, because divorce most of the time doesn't solve a lot. Yeah, but if you are prepared psychologically, you will be able to be resilient. You'll be able to understand your partner and maybe find a way to solve things. Because you find now when divorces happens, it's not only the couple that suffer. Sometimes they have children, and now these children will grow up with separate parents, and you know how that goes. There's a lot of trauma. They'll be missing a lot of affection. Yeah, so I think it's a sad thing, but I think one of the best ways to cure this phenomenon is to try and train young men and young girls as early as possible with regards to relationships before they get into it. Because now most people get into it, they don't have information, they don't know how to cope with conflict, they don't know how to resolve these things, and now when it comes, the only option that they see is let us separate and
so we fail to understand the difficulties our parents went through, and we can't be resilient enough to carry on the mantle or the baton from them. So we should be preparing ourselves, or even institutions. I mean, institutions could be churches, could be parents, could be schools, everything towards the survival of marriage. Because if marriage breaks, I'm looking at a lot of single parenting and the society in future. Humanity will die.
No, it's really very clear that at times many people who get married today, you know the places. We know all the places where they meet. Most of them meet in clubs. Most of them meet in, at office, work. Some, bump into each other in, events, on parties. And then you think you know each other. But Mr. Tobias has brought it well that, you know what? The love might be there, but you know what you're going into. Exactly. Have you really understood how heavy, carrying, marriage is? Do you know the weight of being married? Those are things we've not taught our young people, our young men, our young girls. Those are things they don't know. They think marriage is that, safe haven that they're going to enjoy. But when you reach there, that's when you realize that this is someone you didn't grow up with. This is someone you just picked on the street. This is someone, Christians say it well, that God has blessed you with that person. But really, has God blessed you with someone you're going to divorce? No, I don't think so. So if it's God that is blessing our marriages, then we should understand that it requires a lot from us to stick to that commitment. You see?
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
Do we know or do we understand the meaning of those vows? Anyways, we shall get into this on Monday, but I just wanted to hear from Toby, who is a mental health coach. He's also a counselor, he's a therapist as well. Thank you so much. You wanted to add something?
Yeah, I wanted to just add something on top of what you said. You see, when couples are coming together, this is a different person. Have different characteristics, different personality traits. The way they live is different than you. Yeah?
This is a new person.
It's a new person. So even when you get together, you're still discovering.
And you know what brinds us? What brinds us the most is this cheese. The cheese. When I say the cheese that they put on top,
or the butter.
The butter is the love. This igniting fire inside
that can melt.
Yeah, this fire that is igniting in you. It is just the cheese on the top of that bread. But we're saying, are you aware that beneath there is a bread? You see?
So once the cheese melts...
Once the cheese melts, what next? It is the bread. So how do you rebuild back the cheese in its absence? Do you get it?
That's a good example about the analogy as well. Good symbolism. Thank you so much. We're not here to discuss this. Only that brought this by the way because it's bothering me. And as Tobias, who is one of the people, he loves marriage. He's a married man. And also as a counselor as well, somebody who deals in training the mental strength, the wellness and mental health. Probably maybe like that's why he mentions we should prepare people mentally to face marriage when they're prepared. You sign up for something that you understand and that you're ready to keep on learning and you're going to be intentional about to see the survival, whether good or bad. But when you aim at getting the most or good out of that. For those who are preparing for marriages in this weekend, who have weddings, wish you the very best. And may God guide you. May His grace intervene because we need the grace indeed.
Let's move to the topic.
Hey. So, training the mind. We're looking at sports psychology, the mindset and mental conditioning in Africa or within our setting. It's what actually Otieno suggested yesterday. We'll look at, something around sports psychology, mindset and But if you can really appreciate the work he has put into, get this out of himself, to look like this.
Get what?
I mean, his entire body.
Okay.
The physique.
I like that.
And of course the brains.
I like that.
That means he's invested himself in himself a lot.
It's a big investment.
Let's look at, let's begin from there. Why did we choose this?
Yeah, so thank you for that intro.
But honestly, allow me to also add something, maybe to usher in this topic. I like what Angela said, that when you look at him, the way he looks, the physique and all that and the brain, it tells you a lot. But the brain can't tell us a lot until when we test it. Am I right? So here's one thing: we look at we spend a lot of time, most of us, looking at athletes, sportsmen, and women, with a lot of physique, and we look at how much they can run, and we look at how high they can jump, and at times we look at how energetic they're playing that football, that game, that they're in, and we tend to tell ourselves, what, wow, I like Etienne, I like how he does his work, I like how Arafat, he's one of the best players in town. People always jubilate about Cristiano Ronaldo,
Including you. Arafat.
people always I'm seeing people shouting out for Cristiano Ronaldo when he's playing. But there's one thing we always forget, that apart from the physique and everything this person has built physically, there's one thing that always is going to say, I'm not interested. And that thing is the brain. You see?
Exactly.
And the moment the brain says, I am not interested this moment, please, I don't want problems, you have nothing to do with it. So, after building the physical appearance and all that, today we're talking about how do we build the brain. Because at any moment, the brain can tell us, you know what, Arafat, I'm not interested. I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
And this exactly would portray a different person at the playground. So we want you to usher you into that, understanding of the brain and the physique that we look out there. And of course, how should we be looking at the brain as well?
Exactly. So one thing people should understand is that the mind is part of the performance. You cannot mention performance, and which is something that has been commonly, most people assume that there's no connection. However, you cannot separate the two, the mind and the physical. You cannot separate the two. So when you see someone who is physically fit, who is training, he has put a lot of effort when it comes to the mindset. Yeah. So these two things go hand in hand. Yeah. But most of the time, people will only see the great body, this and this, not knowing that at any moment when this person doesn't have a strong mindset, or the mindset shifts to a negative one, or a fixed mindset, he can lose all these gains that people tend to appreciate when they see just the physical.
The physical.
Yeah. So this connection, it exists. It's very strong, and we cannot just ignore it. And that's why I was very willing to discuss this topic about the mental side of performance, and also its connection with the physical side.
Have you ever experienced a moment or a situation where someone is physically highly trained but mentally poor?
Very many times. It happens very many times.
Give us an example.
I've worked a lot with athletes, and it's something that happens. So you'll see, even with some of the teams that I've worked with, this team, you can see physically they're dominating, they're very strong, they're very fast. The way they move, they're very slick on their movement. However, when it comes to the game, because of how they view themselves, they might end up losing to a physically inferior team. Yeah. And I remember I was watching some interview about I think it was a football coach being asked by a kid, was asking, do you focus on the attitude, or do you focus on the technique when it comes to tackling? Yeah. So attitude and technique, which one would you prioritize? And you know what the coach said? He said you'll focus on the attitude, because the attitude will bring forth better results. You can have technique, but your mindset or the attitude that you have, maybe you're still doubting yourself, but you have the technique. But this person might not have the technique, but he has the attitude, to just, I'll have to stop this guy in one way or the other. Yeah. So you see, having a better attitude or mindset will provide better results. And that's the example I was saying. So you can have a physically superior team, but psychologically, they don't believe in themselves. They don't think they can win. But they are strong, they are fast, but they don't think they can win. But we have this small, short, they haven't gone to the gym as much, but they have the heart, they believe in themselves, and that brings out the difference. Another thing, you can have two teams of equal strength. Both are strong, both are fast, but the one that will come on top is the one who is psychologically prepared or superior. So the mindset plays a very huge role when it comes to performance, when it comes to how you deliver. Yeah. So if you have a strong mindset, you go a long way into winning the game. So regardless of how you are, or how people perceive you, or how you look, the mindset plays the biggest role.
Wow, that's a good opener. I want to ask you, I want to go for a break. When we return, I want to ask you something about now breaking the, how do I call it? Getting over the top now, getting to the top, breaking the chain maybe, because you say technique and attitude. Now that attitude, because sometimes no matter the size, it's the attitude, and that attitude comes from where?
From the mind.
I want to give a very good example. Stand by for that. It's Kigali in the morning.
Buckle up for a ride with the queen of the airwaves.
Somebody called Violet said, I love my mom, but I don't want to be like her. I love my father, but I don't want a husband like him. Man, this is deep. Violet went ahead to...
We're telling you that Mount Kigali University is telling you that, your future begins at that mountain university, or Mount Kigali University. Whether you dream of shaping young minds, telling powerful stories, leading in business, saving lives, or innovating in technology, Mount Kigali University has the course for you, from education, law, hospitality, and tourism to nursing, dentistry, media, IT, laboratory sciences, and beyond. A world-class Yes, a world-class postgraduate and undergraduate program opens doors to endless opportunities with flexible September, January, and May intake, affordable fees, and hands-on training. Success is closer than you think. Apply today and turn your passion into profession. Apply today by visiting the campus in Kichuchilo and call if you are interested in coming to the university. Call or text them at 0781481176 or go to their website, which is www.mkur.ac.rw. So Mount Kigali University is telling you that they're empowering generation through quality education.
And just to remind you, the next hour at around 9:30 we shall be having the Spiro Rwanda Managing Director, and we'll be telling us more about the newly launched product that is Spiro Econ M1 V3, made for Rwanda's terrain, the one that is so successful. And most of you must have heard that, yes, it was launched last week over the weekend, and that's precisely on Friday, and something so amazing. So stand by for that. The hour of 9:30 shall be having him here in the studios. Meet Troller, who is the Spiro Rwanda Managing Director, will be telling us more about Spiro mega stations that have been revamped and also expanded, the rider experience and safety for the clients, the customers, and then Spiro Econ V3 M1. That's Spiro Econ M1 V3. All right. It's Wellness Relationship Tuesdays this morning. And like we said earlier on, we're having the gentleman himself, Tobias Otieno Omondi. He's a clinical psychologist specializing in therapy, mental health, and sports psychology. And he supports individuals and athletes through assessment, resilience building, emotional well-being, performance, and personal development. Not just, by the way, individuals, but also institutions. So, and we on our Wellness and Relationship Tuesdays this morning, we're discussing something very, very important: training the mind, the sport psychology, the mindset, and the mental conditioning in sport that can translate into our daily lives. I went for a break. I said I would give an example, and I don't know what was in the back of the mind of this team when they went to the top. Two scenarios. One, there is be Tigers. One you've actually engaged with when they went to South Africa, coming back until they won the BL, the Basketball Africa League, here in Kigali. Although yes, today they are they're not in the finals today because Patriots and APR they didn't make it through after that defeat 3-2. Arsenal last season was able to get to, championship, but after struggling for how many years? 4 years, and they were called butlers. And they say there's a mindset there's something that has to be twisted a bit for them to get over the top. How does it feel like, or what does it take for individuals, not only by the way in sports, but also maybe you want to pitch a certain idea, a certain business, a certain product so that you get the deal, to overcome sometimes the criticism, sometimes the internal force that says, no, you're going to be criticized, because there's always criticism over there, always. How do we get to that? Put us into that basket.
Yeah, so I will frame this as a mental conditioning, and I'll take you through some of the things that will help you, be strong in terms of your mind or your mindset. Yeah, so I'll discuss some few things that you can use for you to break that barrier that you're actually talking about. They sound simple. Maybe some of them you've heard about them, but they are very, very important. And one of them is goal setting. Just setting goals. You know what you want. Maybe you write them down, or you keep them somewhere where you can be seeing them. So you have a goal that you set. This is a skill. Most people don't know, but this is actually a mental skill.
Mental skill.
Yes.
Setting goals.
Setting goals. Very important. Yeah. Number 2, visualization. So by visualization, I mean you mentally seeing yourself in that position where you are succeeding. Yeah. So for example, if it's in a team sport, you take time, you sit down. We used to do visualization exercises sometimes, where you see yourself, you envision yourself winning or doing the best, performing your best. And during this visualization exercise, you also see, or you include the moments where you are struggling and you are overcoming them. Yeah. So all these things happen in the mind. So in your mind, you've seen, I'll do this, I'll experience these challenges, I'll overcome them this way, and then in the end, I will come up victorious. So you've already seen yourself winning. And it goes a long way, actually, when it comes to the actual game, because already in your mind,
you've already set it.
You've seen yourself as a champion. Yeah. So it goes a long way. Visualization, very important. Another thing, self-talk. This is something that is very
self-talk.
I'm writing.
Really?
What you talk or what you say about yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very important.
So we mostly encourage positive self-talk. Yeah. Any negative self-talk doesn't add value to the situation. In fact,
that's very true.
it diminishes. It puts you at a disadvantage. When you doubt yourself, when you say, I'm not enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not capable. These words, they bring you down.
But sorry to interject, but that is the inspiration or the motivation we had today. People, do you surround yourself with people who encourage you to go for it? People that
Before you even surround yourself with those people, what have you surrounded yourself with? You yourself. What is it that is, wrapped around yourself?
Yeah. What are you telling yourself?
What are you telling yourself? Because yourself can be more than many people as well. That's how I believe. That yourself, you can have many thoughts about yourself, but you choose one and say, this is what I'm going up with.
Is that why they say, if you believe it, you can achieve it?
Exactly.
And what the mind, is it conceives?
Yes.
I don't know, I'm forgetting the real terminology. What the mind conceives, it achieves. Or
Exactly.
perceives. I mean,
That's
something
the
like
one.
that.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Mm.
So what you think about yourself goes a long way into defining who you are.
Exactly.
You are what you say you are. Yeah. So if you use most of the time use negative words about yourself, they disadvantage you. But
Very
on the
true.
other, so we train positive self-talk. I am the best. I am capable.
Positive self-talk.
Positive self-talk.
Wow.
Very important. Another thing that you need to like consider when it comes to mental is like is a way of like coping when things are thick or when things are going rough. Breathing, deep breathing, overlooked but very effective technique that helps you when you are in a period of anxiety or in a stressful moment.
Period of fear.
Period of fear. You just take deep breaths, hold for a while, breathe out. It calms you down. It calms you down. You can be able now to focus on whatever you want to.
I've tried that.
Yeah.
That goes to someone who is now pitching. Maybe someone is
Yeah.
listening to us and going
Anxious.
to pitch
An idea.
somewhere.
Just-
an idea.
Yeah.
Hey, please get in your car, breathe 100 times.
Yeah.
Hey,
They are anxious. They are waiting to enter the office.
they're
So
waiting to enter the
just-
pitching room.
just
Do that.
take in deep breaths, relax, and go in and do your best.
Do your
Yeah.
best.
Okay. And for how long should you breathe in? Because
It depends. You can do what's recommended is like at least 5 deep breaths, so that you can calm down. Deep breaths you hold, then you release. Yeah, like 5 of them, and then you,
Someone.
and by the way, help us understand this because some do you breathe in through the mouth and breathe out from the nose? Oh,
great question.
it's
You-
very important.
Yes. Actually, how you breathe is very important. Yeah, and people are like, maybe I'm breathing every day. Why are you guys telling us to breathe? Yeah, but this is a very intentional type of breathing.
like that.
You breathe in through your nose, mouth closed.
Mm.
You inhale for like 5 seconds, and then you hold for like 2-3 seconds, and then you release.
From where?
Once you release from your mouth.
Okay,
From your mouth.
that's what I wanted.
And you see,
Do you close your eyes? Or?
you can either close or open, but as long as you're doing the deep breath. And also as you're doing it, as you're breathing out, visualize breathing out the anxiety, all the fears. My friend, you can try it wherever you are, and you can tell us, you can call and tell us if it's
love
working.
that.
If it's working. So that's another one. Another thing that we do that is also closely related to visualization is called resilience training.
Okay.
Resilience training.
Yeah. So you envision yourself in a very tough situation. So it can be done visually, in terms of imagery, or even now as an practical exercise. So you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, and you go through it.
That if I do this, then this, what really happens?
Exactly.
And you'd say, I'm likely going to face challenges here and here. How do I overcome
How
this
do I
challenge?
overcome them?
Wow.
And you go through the challenge, and you go through the challenge. So in future, when you face the challenge, you're already used to overcoming these challenges that you are experiencing.
That's why the soldiers prepare before they go for the war.
How to
Training.
prepare.
Because they visualize that. Actually, someone was telling me that usually they sit on a table and say, if we use this route, we might be ambushed.
The
And
plan.
when we get to be ambushed, maybe 10 people are going to die. They talk about that. They say 10 are going to die from here, or 15 are going to die through this channel. But at least we'll be able to advance and be able to reach the enemy.
So,
But if we use this one, it's long.
and they say if you
And
find
no one is
yourself
going to
in
die,
that,
but it will take us time to reach what?
the,
The enemy.
then the enemy.
So they say, let's go with these 10 people. If these 10 people are able to be, to suffer this, then, and we reach the enemy, we're able to go into
And if you see your friend die, don't.
don't retrieve, don't go back.
eh,
So they're telling you,
soldiers.
this is what Otieno is saying, that in every situation,
Times get hard.
visualize that and make sure that there's some people who look at positive things only and say, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. No, think about even when you don't win. Will that break you? Will that still keep you, intact? Or
Is that why in football or in sports, in competitions, if you lose a game, you focus on the there are lessons you
On
learn
the
from
next
there,
game.
and then it's like, okay, should we lose the next one? And they're like, no, we shouldn't. But of course, what if you lose you lose it as well? Do you flex? Do you?
Yeah, that's a good one, because what happens with athletes, or what we try to train athletes when it comes to loss, or experiencing loss, or even pressure, or loss. Yeah, let's say you've lost a game. Yeah, you only pick you learn. You don't look at it as a loss. You look at it as a learning experience. So what did I do wrong? What should I adjust when I go through the next game? Why? Because when you focus,
The moment you relax, it's like you are being too emotional to what
Yeah.
you've scored, and then you think you've won it.
There's a better example here. Consider a physical game. While the other team, like you said, maybe their physique is not as rugby players. Now, some of them will just come and heckle you, step on you when it's a tactic to annoy you.
To annoy you.
Because they didn't manage their emotions. Because somebody was just stepping you, pushing you, even coming just to. Oh.
Or you just get triggered by the fans.
Wow.
By the opponents.
The booze.
The booze. You know, when you're trying to shoot.
Yeah.
You hear the booze, it destabilizes the mind.
You try to dunk there.
Yeah. They all sort of stuff.
In football, you miss, they boo you.
They boo you. Or when you're going to kick a penalty, they start booing. What does this happen? What does this mean? It interferes with how you think.
What about in working environments?
And fans are good at playing that. So fans are good at playing with our brains because they know they function. They do a lot in the pitch. You see?
What about in work? Okay, that's sports. Remember, we're talking about also. Okay, how do we also incorporate that into our world? Now, what about in working environments? Because people have lost jobs because they could not manage their emotions. Somebody says something bad about you, like, do your job.
Yeah, or you speak rudely to.
You say
and some people quit immediately.
The F words and
you quit even your job because you did not regulate your emotion, and you don't have another job.
You regret later.
And then you regret.
And you look at yourself. I mean,
now you start regretting later.
Wow.
So it is very important to regulate your emotions. Just being aware of, the situation and understand that emotions are like waves. They come, then they go. Yeah. So when you hold on for a bit, you might save yourself from making the worst decision of your life.
Do you get that? That's very deep.
Yeah.
Emotions are like waves.
Exactly.
Learn to hold a bit. Learn to hold a bit. Hold a bit so that they can pass.
Yeah.
You see? Some of us, we rush towards the emotions, and we don't know exactly what is happening, that something wrong is happening, and we need to wait a little bit so that maybe the wave can, disappear.
And I
I like that.
I also like that. And let's stop stereotyping people. People have already said women are emotional. They think from their emotions. What those things also affect them.
They react very fast. The moment, actually, this goes to all of us, even to people who are listening to us. It is very clear now that the moment you overreact, you're creating problems to yourself, actually. That's why many
Breathe
people
in, breathe out.
will just breathe in, breathe out. Actually, that's the same thing that Atieno told us last session. He said, number one, if you can breathe in very fast, do that. Or if you can run away from the scene, do that. So, what are you trying to do? You're trying to dodge your emotions because they're driving you. So dodge them. Be able to dodge your emotions because they'll make you do bad things that you've not intended to do.
I've seen people punch walls and get hurt by their knuckles because it's too much. They can't control it. They try then instead of hitting somebody.
I think that's a good move as well.
But you hurt yourself. It's not a good
Better
move. Better than hurting a person.
Better than hurting
So you hurt yourself.
someone's skull.
But hurting yourself is not good as well.
It's not good.
It's not good, but hitting on someone's skull, the consequences are going to be harder.
Somebody gets a laptop.
Bang it, it's yours.
Or a
but
phone.
Don't bang someone.
Yeah.
So, better run away from them.
But that's not the best choice.
Run away from your
It should be
emotions.
the last
Run
one.
away.
Okay.
And you see,
there's more.
people who lack emotional regulation, they are a danger to themselves or to others. If you lack emotional regulation, you are dangerous. You can bring harm to yourself and others. So this is something that is very critical that needs to be trained. And all these things that you're saying, you have to train them. Yeah, this is where the conditioning comes in. You do them, we practice them. So you see, when you're here, we're just talking, but try implement. That's how the mental conditioning work. You do them, you practice them, you apply them, you evaluate, and then you adapt. These are some. This is how we do.
Mr. Tobias,
Yes.
I want you to walk me through the mind of an athlete who is preparing for his match today in the evening or even tomorrow.
Yeah.
Preparing for this match, they want to win it and they think they should win it. And walk me through their minds. What is it that is ongoing right now? And what is it would you tell this person that, you know what? I know this is what happening to you, but these are the things you have to do, A, B, C, D, so that you are, number one, able to win. Number two, you're able to even, stay strong even if you don't win. Because we need to see what is happening inside this person's mind right now.
Yeah. So even before I get into that, these athletes, they experience a lot of challenges. From the period, today is game day. So there's a lot of pressure. There's the issue of selection. There's the expectations from the fans, from the family. Yeah. There's uncertainty. There's the fear of failure. Large crowds. There's the expectations of the coach. There's the injury aspect of the sport. So there's a lot that is going through an athlete's mind. However, these athletes have been training physically on the court, on the pitch, or wherever they are. So they have been training. They have the skills, they have the tactics. They are competent when it comes to the physical capability. Yeah. If they're lucky enough, they've gone through what we have talked about. After you do the physical,
Visualize.
you visualize. Visualize.
Look at yourself on the pitch.
Look at yourself on the pitch. And I've worked with some of the basketball players who will be playing today. Most of them, they have a great mindset. Someone like Craig Randall, the MVP. That guy, how he views pressure is different. Yeah, he sees pressure as an opportunity. This is a person when someone boos booze him
It's an energy for him.
energy. He uses it as a fuel.
Then let me show you now.
Let me show you.
It's like, let me show you now.
Let me show
And
you.
that's what they said Messi used to use.
So they boo him.
The moment you criticize him, you activate a beast
Exactly.
in him.
And
That's how it should be, Brian.
that's how it should be.
So
So
if they underestimate you,
Now you're going
you
to
prove
see
them wrong. Yeah. They try and trigger you emotionally. So instead of using these emotions,
You prove them wrong.
you prove them wrong. You use them as fuel and prove them wrong. And the same guy, when he's on form, when he's cool, he still performs at
optimum.
the optimum level. So there we have this type of exceptional players, but also the other players.
But for the weak player, let's go for the weak player.
Yeah, for someone who is struggling, he needs to go through this process. You've done your part in the court. There's this pressure that you're experiencing from the selection, from the family, from the coach. They expect too much or a lot from you, not too much. Maybe they expect a lot from you. Now, this person, when you go through the visualization exercise, you need to see yourself overcoming those pressures, those things that you're going through. So pressure in itself is not an issue, but how you perceive it will play a huge role. Yeah. So if you see it as an opportunity, you'll end up delivering. If you see it as a challenge, it might hinder you from performing at the optimum level. So a lot goes through an athlete's mind before the game day. And even when the kickoff is starting, there's that anxiety that is there. Yeah.
So should we say that it's worth it focusing on what you have visualized, what you have, put in yourself, than hearing outside what is happening? Because for someone who has not visualized, it's very difficult because they don't have a way. They don't know where they're headed. So for you, you think it's really very important for the visualization so that you know where you're headed, even regardless of what will come after. For you, you know the journey.
Exactly. And you need to focus on what is in your control. What is
That's very
in your
important.
control.
Very important.
Yeah. What the fans will say is not in your control. What other people out there will say is not on your control.
Very important.
What is or what was in your control?
Is holding that ball and put it
Holding
in the
that ball, the training that
Focus.
you did, the focus that you used to focus during the training. That's what you focus on. Because some people deviate and they start hearing the fans,
noise.
the crowd, thinking about other things, distractions. Yet you cannot control all those other
Can
things.
you imagine playing there, and for the basket, they're even closer to you, and you hear someone saying, "You've been even disappointing us for the
It's a
last other
court.
games. We know you're not going to perform anything today."
You'll hear the words.
And
It's
you
a
hear
court.
that, and you hear that.
Is that what they say? Starve your distractions and feed your ambition. I don't know.
like
I'm forgetting the other.
Hey.
It's a common, it's a common adage.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 minutes left. In these 2 minutes, remember we're using what successful athletes have done. Talk to somebody who's not an athlete. We earlier referred to a few, maybe those are pitching, whatever. But there are very many situations that we find ourselves in. Can we borrow from the sports, medicine, and science and put it into the daily lives as we end?
Yeah. So as we conclude, I would say that you need to treat your mind the same way you treat your body. For instance, if you train your body, you should also train your mind. Why? Because the mind plays a very important role when it comes to you achieving your goals or getting what you want. Your mind can limit you into getting what you want, and it can also accelerate you into getting what you want. So how you perceive yourself, or how in fact you should be able to conquer your mind, because most of the time the mind will think of negative things. Yeah. So you should be able to conquer it. Yeah. Allow it, do the hard things, You see, the easiest thing is to be comfortable. But when you're comfortable, you'll not get the result that you want.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
But now, it is very difficult, but it is very possible. It's not difficult. It is possible. But people choose the easy way out. Yeah. So you do the hard things. Yeah. So don't quickly act on your impulses. Do the logical thing that is required from you. I leave it at that.
Wow.
Very important.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Tobias Otieno Mondi from Solid Minds Counseling Clinic here in Kigali. They're on KG 573 and in Kachiru sector. Tobias, thank you so much. Really appreciate. Looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday. And please,
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And please, as much as you can, these are very important things. If you've benefited from this, recommend a friend to go and listen in. We're available on YouTube, Royal FM Kigali, Royal FM 94.3 Kigali, as you can go and watch this from. Lots of love to everybody at Solid Minds. And in case you need assistance, please always look out, because these things help us become better individuals. And if we are better individuals, that means the society is a better place.
Very true.
Good morning.
From around the world in 3 minutes. The news updates on 94.3 Royal FM. The heartbeat of Kigali.